deceived. So they got the information. How can they practically apply it to their lives and become successful people? That's the thing. What can we do to help them? But we have to, man. We got to start these folks. I would request that we start our folks reading history. And not no damn slave history. Reading history, you are an African in the United States of America. I'm going to say that again. You are an African in the United States of America. So, learn African history. Learn the fact, like like at the beginning of the show, you heard the brother talk about the 10 lies that are told about us. Learn that monotheology was created on the continent. Monotheology is the study of one God. No sun God, no moon God, no wind God, no rain God, no earth God. It's one God, one creator. Then you find out that your African ancestors taught you that you are God having a human experience. First chapter in the Bible teaches you that too. Speaks things into existence. Yeah, that make that if you can say let there be light, and it's light, it's like the beginning of the book. That means you are that didn't mean you are the God, that means you are a God, because I want this, and it happens. You don't this ain't Jack and the Beanstalk, so don't be expecting no damn magic. I'm not telling you that things happen with some mythical, magical way. I'm just telling you. Start respecting these sisters. You know, and stop looking at these people, these young people, like they less than. Because guess what? Yeah, he 15, and you 50 like me. But the 15-year-old me still in me, so I can relate to him. The 25-year-old me is still in me, so I can relate to him. The 35-year-old me is still in me, so I can relate to him. And the soon-to-be 50-year-old me is about to be in me, so I can relate to them too. And if you can relate to all those stages of life, you need to pour that into these young people. Period. Nobody want to be labeled like you don't want to be labeled. You do not want to be labeled, man. He a bum. She a hoe. He this. You don't want that label, so don't put it on no damn body. Don't put no jacket on nobody that you don't want to wear. I mean that. So, you know, it's this, man, start talking to these young folks. I've said these things again and again, and I would say them as long as I'm on air. I'm going to be having people on here and everything, man. Talk about life experience, so we can share these experiences. I got to have my man. I ain't going to say his name because he might not want his real name. I'm have my man on here. He had a nefarious lifestyle. I'm having a bunch of my nefarious homies on this show who are doing well. I'm begging my homie who got an LWAP, appealed it and came home with you. If you don't know what an LWAP is, he did some criminal activity, got life without a possibility of parole, appealed it. The homie's working and he killing the game, living a decent ass life. And he was never a bad person. See, I need y'all to hear some of these people from my past who went down a separate path than I did. Or, hey, let's be honest, they went down the same path, but I just didn't get caught. They went down the path deeper than I did. They went down the rabbit hole a little deeper than I did. And they ended up in bad situations. Very intelligent brothers. When y'all hear some of these dudes, they're not going to go into detail because, hey, ain't no need going into all the details. There's no need to break it down that deep. But when you hear about when you hear some of their stories, you're going to realize, man, you can pull yourself up from anything, man. You watch that movie, Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner, my cousin. How about that? Harriet Tubman. She ain't my cousin. Watch those two movies, man. Django. You can come up from anything, man. When you bought over here and stripped of everything that is you, and you don't put a fucking bullet in your head, you are a champion. Like Dave Chappelle say, you my fucking hero, man. So, let's just start working with these young people. Because guess what? Remember when you were young and you didn't know shit and you didn't know what you wanted to do? And your moms and your grandmas and your uncles and your big homies cuffed you, as we call it in Chicago, and say, hey, man, let me holler at you, man. We don't do that no more. Because, man, these kids crazy. It's the weed and the crazy shit they doing. They were smoking crack when I was 16. And crack was new. But Jimmy Fields, shout out to rest in peace, my coach. Willie Green, shout out to my coach. They cuffed me, man. Fred Thomas cuffed me, man. Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, you better than that. You know, I had great parenting. Lansdowne family, Crumble family, Chris family. Frank, I had a hell of a circle, but I still did stupid shit. Because kids have a PhD in stupidity. They gonna do it wrong. Give them an opportunity, they gonna do it wrong. But it ain't for us to be, man, your motherfucking ass, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Same thing was wrong with your dumb ass. The exact same thing. But you see, you don't want nobody to know that you was stupid too. Man, talk to your kids. Stop talking at them, man. Hell, for real. We ain't better than our kids. We just older than our kids. Another thing, I want everybody listen. I want us to start connecting with your culture. We ain't got no culture in America. Yes, you do. You got ancestral culture that you can access if you slow the fuck down. See, we watch the Muslims pray 5 times a day. We watch the Buddhists meditate. Check this out. When you pray, you talking to God. When you meditate, you listening to God. I'm gonna say that again. When you pray, you talking to God. When you meditate, you listening to God. So, you ever had that feeling? Don't go down this block, and then something bad happen. You don't go down that block, something bad happen. That's your ancestral cultural connection. See, it's like a superpower that we have, black folks. Get back in contact with that, man. We all have it. Women call it women's intuition. Brothers call it, man, love. Man. But that's the creator working inside of you, man. That's the God in you. Bum ass chick come in your life, man, it's broad. And you know what we usually do? I'm gonna see if I can get some ass though. But then you end up with a baby mama that you hate. There it is. Young brothers, young Joe. That's what I was talking about yesterday, young Joe. 23-year-old young brother and his homie, man. Part of his cousin. They look a little bit alike. But you be like, man, she ain't worth shit. But you still lay down with it. You take that fucking energy from that lady, to that young lady too. That negative energy she got, you just put it in you or on you. Or that negative energy you got, you just put it in her. Now she got, like my man Wallow and Gilly say, she got semen demons. Because the demons from you and her. Brothers, that negative energy that sister got. That's why you don't need to be laying down with everybody. See, this ancestral connection is real. It's real. Your ancestors walk with you every day. Every single day. That's why I see some things. That's why you can tell me, the people I talk to, that's why they can tell me things. Oh, no, rap. It's the reason you just randomly tell something about your day to a person that you don't usually tell. Because that's your ancestors guiding you to that person so they can give you that information so you can be in a better place. You can call it luck. You can call it the Lord. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it. But it's a connection with the other side. That's why I send out that respect every weekend. Because I'm covered. Shout out to my moms who used to say, Brian, you better do what you can do to get into heaven. Because I'm going. And I thought she was just saying that shit. But now, as an almost 50-year-old man, I get it. Stay in contact with your folks, man. My pops, man. Do y'all know? My pops was gone for a long time. And his homies and his relatives and my aunts and my uncles and his cousins, they say, man, if we didn't know my Aunt Rita, they tell me every time I talk to them, if I didn't know better, I think you were raised every day of your life with your father. That's an ancestral connection that we all have, and we do not utilize it. That's why we think our kids are going crazy, because we ain't taught our kids about that. It ain't no spookism, y'all. This is real. See, that's how you connect to your culture. I'm gonna give you another example. Y'all don't think, y'all may not, rap and went off the fucking deep end. Nah, watch this. Everybody in America, well, most people in our community have you uttered this phrase. I see you, Joe from Houston. I see you, Chief Rocker. You said that. We've all said that. I see you, bro. How about this? Saw you bone. Saw you boner. I'm sorry. Saw you boner. Swahili term. African term. Guess what it translates to? I see you. That's your ancestors seeing you. That's your elders seeing you. That's your friends seeing you. That means as you grow and you develop, I see you, Big Illinois. I see you, brother. I see you, Lisa Duke. I see you. You started off on the DJ side. I see you getting better every week. I see you, Lisa Duke. I see you, Knox. I see you, Mooka Dean. I see you, Chief Rocker. I see you, Michelle. So forth and so on. So, how did we come to saying that? Most of us didn't know that existed. Saw you boner. SAWUBONA. Saw you boner. I see you. And it's just letting you know your ancestors see you. The people in your community see you on the come up or the drag down. Either way. But if they said that thousands of years ago on the continent, 99.9% of us have never been to the continent. But we come up with that same phraseology. Where it come from? If rap is crazy, fuck it come from? I told y'all I was gonna come up with a book every week. I want y'all to look into. Hey, by the way, some of these books are on YouTube. Birth of a Nation is on YouTube. You ain't even gotta read it now. You can just listen. A book by Nicholas Simmons. Birth of an Industry. It shows you how you are consistently being made fun of through cartoons. And how they snatch your culture. It's a minstrel thing. Minstrel is not mammy and all that shit. Minstrel is when they take your culture, mimic your culture, and make fun of you in it. How about this? Guess who's a minstrel? Mickey Mouse. Minnie Mouse. What do minstrels do? Blackface. Whiten around the eyes. Make your eyes real big. Make your features protrude. Like look at Mickey Mouse's mouth. That's like lips on minstrel shit. White gloves to cover up your black skin. Minstrel shit. They're making fun of you. Look into it. It is called Nicholas Simmons' Birth of an Industry. How they created a whole industry of cartooning from you. You know what a cartoon is? Shout out to Dr. Greg Cotter, man. Y'all need to start listening to In Class with Greg Cotter on YouTube, y'all. Karen Hunter. Y'all fuck around, stop listening to my show. I need to stop saying it. But no, I'm dope. So y'all don't listen to this shit. But man, Dr. Greg Cotter, man, he dropped science, man. If you want me to, I'll put the joint in the three, 4 groups that I'm in, man. We need to be learning this shit. But he talks about how you look at cartooning. Cartooning is nothing but another form of hieroglyphics. They tell stories. Tell a story of H-Rap on the hieroglyphics. If you can read them, you can follow the story. And once you follow the story, then you understand who H-Rap is. Cartoons do the same thing, but they're actually in motion. And they tell a story. Like he referenced how Mickey and Minnie did Uncle Tom's Cabin. And in the midst of this cartoon, Mickey Mouse puts a stick of dynamite in his mouth because he was going to play Uncle Tom and let it blow up so he had big lips. So these are the things we have to be aware of. That your ancestors and things of that nature, people of that nature, they rocking with you, man. Shout out to, man, y'all got to fuck with Dr. Greg Carr, C-A-R-R. He used to the chair of African American Studies at the Great University of Howard. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to great sister Karen Hunter. Shout out to all the ancestors.